Hello, everyone. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations. I'm going to come down a little bit. And yesterday, Scott and I went to Charlotte for the day, Charlotte, North Carolina, and attended the annual AWA meet, which is Antique Wireless Association meet. We used to go every year, and Scott would participate in the meet, and we would sell, hi, Dusty Unicorn. We would sell the leatherette to recover one of the, Scott could tell you, but he's watching a video. One type of radio is covered in leatherette-like stuff. And we used to sell that. And so we still have some, but we just didn't want to set up yesterday. It was so cold in Charlotte. I was so glad I went ahead and took my sweater. I was going to say, it's going to be fine. I won't need a sweater. But man, I needed a coat. It was that cold. Everything that's kind of already bloomed down here. I'm in the central part of South Carolina. Everything that's kind of already bloomed here is just getting started up there. So the cherry trees were stunning. I took a picture, but I don't have it with me. Hi, Mary Lou. And so we also did some thrifting, which was very disappointing. And the meals we had yesterday were kind of on the disappointing side, but I did find a couple things at a place called something Value Village. I'd never been to one of those before. So it's kind of like a Big Lots plus donated items. But we'll get to that in a minute. And hi, Safia. I'm going to start with an introduction. And if you all remember, I thrifted this pattern here, which is Simplicity 7599. And if I remember right, it's from like 1991. And so it's a really old pattern. And I was going to make the rabbit out of that suit jacket that I picked up at a yard sale for $5. And so I've done that. But what I should have done is paid attention to how big this rabbit was going to be. Because on here it says the finished size of the rabbit. It's on here. About 28 inches tall. Yeah, I didn't take that into account. So this is Scott. He's the handyman rabbit. And he is very much about that tall, almost close to 30. And I still haven't embroidered his nose or his mouth, but these are safety eyes. They can't come off. No matter how hard you pull, they won't come off. So, and I went to Joann's and there was a remnant for some black velvet. So his ears have black velvet inside. It was like 0.4 of a yard, and I got it after it was discounted for like $2.50 or less. So this is Scott. I am going to make him a pair of overalls. And I love him because he's so poseable. I can sit him back here. Hi, Pam. Hi, Marty. So we'll sit Scott, the handy rabbit, back here. And I just love how poseable he is. Because you can get his ears spun around here. And you can put one leg up. Put this leg up on his hand like this. I just love this rabbit. Just, he'll wave at you. Hey. So this is Scott, the handyman rabbit. There we go. Maybe take this ear out here. There we go. And he'll just sit in the background back there. He's very dark. And I told Scott, I said, on Easter Sunday, we ought to sneak around while everybody's at church and sit Scott in their Easter displays and take his picture. But we'll see if I get brave enough to do something like that. So I'm going to move that out of the way. That's later. People have been thinking about you, Pam. We haven't seen you lately. At least I haven't caught you. So I'll show you the things I picked up yesterday when we were in Charlotte at that place called Value Village. It had another name in front of it. It was something Value Village. But I've got this new look pattern, A6352, and I think I already have it, or I had it and I donated it. I didn't even look in Trello because I thought, you know, for 99 cents, if I get this one, I can maybe sneak. If I have the duplicate, I might actually cut one of them, and instead of tracing the pattern out to save me time. And I love both of the shorter dresses. Longer dresses on me just make me look frumpy, real frumpy. So I don't like to go really long. The one I have on right now is long, but it's because it's a handkerchief scarf bottom. But both of those two dresses, the blue dresses, that one and this one, those are both nice. So for 99 cents, I got that one. And it has never been cut. And then the other thing I got was this bag. And I think I don't know if it's ever been used. I think it's a lunch bag, but I was thinking it would be perfect to put my slow stitching small projects like my scroll I'm working on with the K3N projects. And I'm only going to do one here and there. But it zips open nice. It had a plastic mirror here, but it was falling out, so I just threw it in the trash. And it does have some marks in the bottom of it. But for $3, I couldn't pass it up. And it's the perfect size to tote with me. So I might make this up as a little kit that I can take when we're going somewhere. Yesterday, the traffic was too crazy for me to do anything in the car. So those were my North Carolina purchases. That was it. That's all we bought. It was, like I said, a very disappointing day thrifting wise. I did go, and McCall's patterns are on sale at Joann's. So when I got that black velvet, I looked at the McCall's patterns. I keep a running list of patterns that other people have tried and had success of. And since they were on sale, I picked up, I think, 3. And these were all patterns that either Dee or Dory at Dee and Dory Design Dreamers, I think that's still their channel. They have made these, and I thought they looked really nice on them. And then, so they were in my book. I need to go ahead and put them in Trello. Trello is a app you can put on your phone, and you can put your patterns or fabric in there, and you can take a picture of the front and the back of the envelope. So you always have the information on your phone with you. You can look it up on your Trello account. So say I want to make this and I'm out shopping or we're thrifting or something. And if it comes to mind, I can pull it up and I can say, okay, for this one in my size, I'll need at least, it has to be 60-inch wide fabric, between 1 3/4 and 2 1/8 yards to make this jacket. So that's why I used the Trello. And so this jacket was one I think Dee made, and it looked really nice on her. And it looked like something that would be like done in black or gray or something like that, that could go over anything, that it would look nice over just about everything. So I went ahead and I got that one. And then Dee had made these reusable vegetable shopping bags. And that was using McCall's M8236. So I thought that was a great idea. So I picked it up. And they are switching from the patterns being $1.99 when they're on sale. They're now $2.99. And the Vogue, I think, is going to be $6.99. But this one has all sorts of shopping bags. I like this one because it's kind of a rectangular, the yellow one in the middle. It's a rectangular bag, and the top comes over, and it has what I have on it that I can't stand, and that's Velcro. I hate Velcro. So I might think of a way of putting a zipper on across the top of that to close it. I just don't like Velcro. It gets hair stuck in it. It gets, oh, I just hate Velcro with a passion. Anyway, but I love the vegetable bags that you could reuse. And it looks like you can make a reusable coffee filter too. That intrigues me. I'll have to look at that. We might give that a go and see how they work. So there was that one. And then the last one I picked up is a dress pattern. It's actually a level 1. It would be good for a beginner. It's for stretch knits only, which I am with knits. I am a woven girl. I sew much better woven. I'm going to try this one and see if I can even manage this simple dress before I try that hoodie hugs again. I so want Stephanie's pattern to work out for me because it's a cute little dress. It's just not fitting me very well. And I had a horrible time with the fabric. You guys leave that door alone. So the pattern is M7122 basic knit dress. I would definitely not make this really short one. Somewhere between this lady and the long one over here. This dress isn't bad. I would wear that, but maybe just 2 inches longer. I just don't want it down to mid-calf or longer because I just don't like the way I look in dresses that long. And my legs still look pretty decent for a 60-year-old. So today, I think we're done with yesterday and the day before that. Today we went to Tractor Supply. Hi, Barbara. Oh, that's fine. That's fine, Safia. And there'll be updates on Scott the Rabbit that's sitting right back there. I've also imagined him wearing tails. So, and I'm going to make him a tail. He'll have a little gray tail. I've got to let Callie in before she tears the house up. You know, you can come around the other way. All right, I'm done. Done with that cat until she wants to go back in with Scott. The house, there's a door over there, and there's this door. You can go all the way around. When my nieces and nephews that are older were younger, they would come and they'd play tag and they'd run around and around and around. Can I get these cats to understand they don't have to definitely come through that door over there? They can come around and come through here. Howard's looking at me like, don't tell. Anyway. Oh dear. Oh, yeah, taking hems out. Have you seen the lady that she grabbed her husband's like hair clippers with no guard on it, and she just went into the seam and went brrr, and it just went right off? I have not dared to do it yet. If anybody has tried that, I would love to know if that actually works. That door is propped open. Don't you dare dig. There's Angie and Peg. Hi, Peg. Oh, and Monday morning, I want to say this before I move on. Monday morning, I won't be able to do the 6:30 because we'll have to be getting ready. I've been called for jury duty. And so I want to make sure I've met, they have all these rules about being in a courthouse. You can't show your knees or anything. Not that I would, but I want to make sure I'm dressed more, professional like and look like a real human being instead of a hazardous housewife. Anyway, so no live on Monday. Tractor Supply. Scott decided to treat me today. He's so sweet. We have one bird feeder that I think was his dad's, and his dad passed away in 1996. Same year we bought this house. And so we inherited one of his bird feeders, and the bottom of it is like paper thin, and it's got some holes in it, and it's basically just rotten away. So today, there goes Howard. The table's going to bounce. There it goes. They had one on markdown to $35.99, and he said, go ahead and get it. So here's my new bird feeder. Look at it. And the top locks on. So I should have picked up a one of those hooks that goes up over a limb. Should have picked up one of those. But this twists and locks on, and it will hold a ton of seed. And I'm sure the squirrels will get on it and, you know, eat them their weight and a half. Let's see, which way do I need to go? This way. That locks on. So this was marked down to $35.99, and it's got, the pan has got holes in it so the water will drain out if it rains. So my plan is to get that hung up. And there was one bird feeder that I would have really loved, but I didn't feel like pressing my luck with the money wise because it was like $55 for a bird feeder, but it had wire that the birds could fit through, but the squirrels couldn't. And there was like an outer cage, and then the birds would go in, and then there was where the feed would be on the inside. And that one was really cool looking. But this one, I just love it, and it was marked down. So Scott said, get that one. Go ahead. And then we got bird seed because it's cheapest at Tractor Supply. It's like for a 40-pound bag, it's like $19.99. And we got the cat seafood sensations because I could get a 30-pound bag of the cat food there for $24.98. And the 50-pound bag of cat litter, because we have 6 litter boxes that I change weekly because we have 5 cats. I change every week. And they had the 50-pound bag for $14.98, which was cheaper than Walmart. And I didn't have to go to Walmart. So that was a real good deal. And then we got the biggest box of the suet that's called woodpecker suet. It has seeds and stuff in it. We usually switch back and forth, but because we're trying not to make so many trips to Tractor Supply, Scott said, just get the really big box of the one that's woodpecker. So I got that. And then Scott, on this medicine, he's losing weight and needed new pants anyway, because his looked like, you know, he picked them out of the rag bag. And so we went, and they are switching to carrying only Carhartt, and those Carhartt jeans are crazy. And the jeans that he really loved that we used to get there, the Schmitz, they don't carry them anymore, but they had a brand called Blue Mountain. Well, they're getting away from selling the Blue Mountain, and I'm almost tempted to drive to the other Tractor Supply and see if they have any left, because the Blue Mountain jeans, I should have picked up a pair for myself. The Blue Mountain jeans, they're closing out for $14.99. So the whole reason we went is for socks. But these are the jeans we got Scott, because he's down to a 36, 32 in jeans. And these really wear well. So, and for $14.99, and he needs them really bad, I really am tempted to drive across town and get a couple more pairs. And they're both just, you know, standard blue jeans. And then he used to get Dickies socks at Kmart. Well, you know, Kmart's just gone forever. So his socks are wearing out too. We've reached that age where we just wear stuff until it's like threadbare. And then we look at stuff. Neither one of us has been real big clothes hounds. When I was growing up, I had a couple sets of barn clothes that I would wear for several days in a row. I would just change out of my school clothes, which I had like 4 outfits and a couple dresses that I could wear to school. So I kept them clean, and I would hang them back up, and I would wear them several times. I was raised by my grandmother. So she had a whole different set of guidelines for we're not going to waste water. We're not going to waste soap. You're going to wear your clothes multiple times. So that's my mindset. And Scott is the same way. He'll wear his jeans a couple days before we throw them in the laundry. And it does save you money and on soap and everything. And your clothes don't wear out quite as fast. So, hey, some of his jeans are 20 years old. But anyway, we went for socks, and he's going to try out Ridge Cut Tough Wear Performance Work Sock. And this has that fiber in it called Cool Max. So Greg's on the phone talking really loud in the backyard, of course. So these were $12.99. So they were pricey, but they look like they'll last a long time. So you were raised. Yep. You don't waste. You just don't. Let me see. Hi, Allie. Angie, yeah, if you're still hurting, you should go see a doctor. Oh, that's cool. An old milk carton would be great for sock netting too. Greg and Scott sound exactly the same. Greg is an exact, everybody says he looks like he's an exact half of me, half of Scott. Let me show you a picture. This is when Greg was going back to his A school training. And this is the only picture I have in a frame of him without a beard. And this, you'll see me in this one. See, that's my kid. I keep telling him, you need to shave the beard off, but he don't want to. He loves his beard. But he was headed back to A school out in Texas. So yeah, he showed up late to call in this tie-dye t-shirt, and the commanding officer basically said, I can either rake you over the coals in front of everybody, or I can do it to you in the office extra loud. So he just said, some of us don't know how to manage time and end up late in tie-dye t-shirt. And he just lit into Greg. But Greg was still puzzling out the whole how to travel. And he ended up paying from the airport out to the base $300 for his taxi ride, because I told him, I said, next time, find out when everybody else is going to hit the airport so y'all can share that cost from the airport to the base. Anyhow, yeah, Greg's pretty much half me, half Scott. So, yeah. And he went and attended the art soiree down at the end of the road here. I forgot that was this weekend. One of these years, I'll remember when it's happening, and I'll maybe go and do a little video. They're trying to make, just up here, an arts community. They're putting in all kinds of statues and stuff. I am going off on a huge rabbit trail here. Sorry. But there's also local artists have a little shop where you can go in and buy local artists' items. And next door to it is a coffee shop that I still haven't tried yet. And yeah, Joyce is here. Hi, Joyce. So let me get back to what I was talking about. All right. I think that was it at the Goodwill, the food for the animals, the wild birds, and my new feeder and Scott's clothes. Then I said, while we're out here, do you want to go to this other Goodwill? Since we bombed so badly at the Goodwills yesterday. And he said, sure, let's go in the Goodwill. So we went in the Goodwill, and one item is not here because Scott took it straight to the garage because he's going to use it. He's got a radio project in mind. And this was just it looked like one of those hardy board portable desk. It had a little handle cut out, and then it had two clipboard thingies, you know, the clips on it. And it was big. It was probably maybe 27 by 30-ish. And so that went straight to the garage. And then the other thing that Scott found, oh, that was not good, was this coffee pot. It was not open. He just took a peek at the checkout to make sure, you know, there was nothing broken or anything. There was several of these. And the only thing that was wrong with them is the box was just a little dinged up. And we got it for $7.99. This is the same coffee maker we have now. And we just decided we'd pick this one up in case that one dies, because there's nothing worse than waking up and having a dead coffee maker, and having to go somewhere for coffee. So we picked that up to hold to the back. But we only do that with one. I'm not going to have like 12 coffee pots in a stack somewhere. So there was that. And then I'll get the thing that just made all that noise. And I got this. And it looks like it's just wide enough for Posca pens. And I thought how cool that would be. And I got it for $2.99. Let's see if we can get it open. Make sure the drawers work. Hoping I didn't break it with it falling over. Thankfully, they put a little saran wrap under the tape. So these just pull out, and it looks fine. I will wash it. That one's okay. That's annoying. I think I had it upside down. Let's try that again. I did. I'm a dork. It's okay. Everybody knows me that one. I had it upside down is why it wasn't working. So I think it's a cosmetic box for $3. I thought it would be perfect for Poscas. Let's see. Hey, kitty cat. I've got some Poscas here. I hope that they'll fit in so I can see the caps. Here's a Posca. Let's see if they fit. Oh, they do. Look at that. Perfect. How's that for eyeballing it? So I can put these in with the color of the caps facing me. I was thinking put the grays, blacks, and whites in the one drawer, and then like the warm colors in one and the cool colors in another. And I can have that where I can easily get to the Poscas. Hi, Kathy D. $20. So I got a deal for $2.99. I'll have to tell Scott that. So that was a good deal. And then I got this head for $2.99. Her nose is a little bent, but this is my idea. I was thinking of doing like collage on her with napkins and things. And then I can slip my handmade hats on her to take pictures of the hats. Yeah, her nose has got a crease in it. But for $3, I think that's about what they go for at Joann's. There is a place I could mount it on a base. I might get Scott to make me a base that she could ride on. I need to measure up in there. It's about 3 inches, I think. And then I could maybe glue her down so she wouldn't move. I'm thinking. So, yeah, she needs a nose job. So that was my finds there. And I think I had one more thing. Oh. Some Arteza 5x7 canvas panels. These were $2.99. I think my day today was $2.99. 100% cotton. They've been 8 ounces primed, 4 ounces unprimed. What does that even mean? Why would they say that? Primed with acid-free acrylic titanium gesso. Board core is made of acid-free recycled paper. Oh, did you know Arteza has a club? If you join by scanning this code, you can save 20% off your next order. This is my idea. I'm going to test this out and see how it works. But what if we did art on these 5x7 panels and then mailed them just like this? Because I could write address and a message on the back like a big postcard. I'm sure I'd have to pay extra to mail it, but how fun would that be to send it one of these flat canvases? Has anybody tried that yet? I just think that would be fun. It would be a different way to send mail art, wouldn't it? And then they could hang this right up or stick it up somewhere. I think I'm going to do that. Wouldn't that be fun to do these? These are 5x7. And Peg, I might pick you as my guinea pig. I might do a piece and send it to you. And then we'll see how they travel. Because I know there is paper glued to the back. I can see that. I might do that. We might have to try that out. All right, guys. I think that's my bit. And I'll bring Scott, the handy rabbit, back over so he can say goodbye. Say bye. So I just think this guy is awesome. That'd be awesome, Peg. We can swap them. And then if it works, maybe we could offer it up as a swap in one of the groups. What's Barbara saying that I missed? The acrylic box I got at Goodwill today for $2.99, if that's what you're talking about. And that the canvas like zipper bag that I got for $2.99, everything's $2.99. I got it at something, it was something Value Village, and we'd never been to one of those before. And so that's it. Hi, Kim. I'm just wrapping up, and me and Scott here are going to say goodbye. I'm thinking he also needs me to crochet him a sweater and a hat, because he's got to have one of my hats. I'll have to make holes in it so his ears can come through. He's got some mega ears here. And I want to put a little gray tail on the back. I'm not sure if I'll make a hole in the dungarees or the overalls so his tail can poke out or not. All right. Have a great weekend, you guys. And I might see if Beth is on. I think she does Saturday nights. So good night. Bye.